Alright, gamers, Alpha M. It's like what Alpha M says, coated up in Valyrian steel armor, white hair, purple eyes. Women love it when you're inbred. When you're ironborn, they're like, ew, you stink, get out of here. They don't want nothing to do with you. And that's the sad reality of me in this multiplayer game. For context here, we're doing a big multiplayer game. Again, 80 players about. And we're doing Shattered World custom characters. And I'm a wholesome ironborn. Michael Mordred. Copyrighted character, do not steal. And I was there with Spudgun and like 14 or so other guys. They were real people, okay? They were not figments of my imagination. They were actually there. As we waited for the big game, the Ironborn gathered on Discord to play Gartic Phone. This was the biggest king's mood I've ever seen. The world wonders what they were drawing. After like an hour of hosting, we finally got the game ready to go. 84 thugs ready to play. Once we loaded in, the world began to crumble. The world shattered. My computer died. Millions of PCs probably fried. In the chaos, I had to find a wife, and I knew Makima would never marry me. So I had to marry Asha Greyjoy. I stole her before anyone else could marry her because she has good traits. So I was like, I have good traits, maybe my son won't be possessed. And I chose possessed because I was a vampire. I got fangs. I'm like, make sounds like that. I'm Dracula. I picked family focus as my first lifestyle because I'm a family guy. I wanted my son to like me more when I have him eventually, so I gained some family perks. There was a lot of people in the Iron Isles, which meant I had a lot of people to compete with. And I didn't want my son to think I was lame compared to all these other guys. I wanted my son to look up to me and be like, man, my dad salts the earth. So I became a raider. I went to the lands of the Von Habsburgs. Sorry, Edward. I was looking for money, women, men, the pursuit of power. I was looking for it all. Game rules said I couldn't sack this guy's capital. I couldn't raid it. So I did something far worse. I chased him into the ocean, costing him probably more money than I could have ever raided from him. Embarking ain't cheap in this mod. It's like $600 if you're not an Ironborn. But with a face like that, he probably needed the money. I'm sorry. I'm just hoping he was one of the cultures that doesn't have to spend $600 to get on a boat. Because, I mean, at least I got that Casterly Rock money coming in. Not everyone else can say that. I got those connections. While the rest of the world was doing the plotting, the scheming, the Diplo, I wasn't doing any of that. I was having my own fun. I was raiding. While I was raiding, I was getting offered concubines left and right. I got one from Makima, and then I got a Frisian concubine from Dutch Vanderlyn. It was a cruel world where Tom Cruise gets anime bitches, and I get concubines. What a sick joke. And my Frisian concubine wasn't even loyal. I can't even win. Alas, I'd only have one concubine. So I decided I'd never come home. I would raid all day. Until I decided to come home. At home, I raised my surrogate son, Solid Snake, and trained him to be a grand warrior. And then I myself went to war. I was almost outnumbered. This would be a hard war for me to fight. I was in mountain terrain, and they would just keep ping-ponging into me over and over and over. But alas, victory would be mine. And at the end of it all, I found true love. Yeah, me and Spudgun, you know, yeah. Sadly, it wasn't to last.
Right, sorry, Dino Stan, I'm stopping being your lover because I worry it might impact me not getting any children yet, so I need to fuck my wife instead. It was like summer fling when it lasted.
I had no purpose anymore. I mean, sure, I could raid people, I could conquer, but we're on one speed. I had a lot to dwell on, basically. I went back to my old ways, a bloodthirsty vampire. Outside of Disneyland. It was then when Frisian Dutch Vanderlyn was attacked and I said I'd go and save him, which led to a rage quit. I'm sorry, I had to protect Dutch Vanderlyn. He gave me a Frisian girlfriend who cheated on me. On my way to 10 Towers, I became a Reaver. I was a scary motherfucker. But before I could get there, we had the incident. In the books, they call it the Million-Year Rehost. Thousands died trying to get into this game. Source? Well, I made it up. When the game resumed, I was back to ordinary business, saving Dutch Vanderlyn with Spudgun. I was literally battling some units that had like the color scheme of the Green Goblin. Another ironborn raiding ship has landed on the shores of the 10 Towers. The 10 Towers intervention lasted for so long that the game desynced and well, we had a rehost. It was here when I began to wonder, did we go too far? Upon returning to the game, I realized what I was doing. I was doing this for like probably an hour. The same shit. And then Spudgun crashed out of the game. But I still saved him, because I'm a good guy like that. While I was kinda bored waiting around, I decided to get some drip on, because, well, I had nothing better to do. I just want to believe that everyone else down here was having fun. I mean, we still had a lot of guys in the game, so that was an achievement on its own. Wish I could talk about this more, but our host crashed and, well, that kinda ended the game. Thank you again, Deathslayer and the Crusader Kings multiplayer Discord server for helping put this together. I know this was a big hurdle, especially because it was Shattered World, and I appreciate it all. Thank you all so much.